I bring word.
Hi,
sire.
Oxy. How you doing?
There are demands from the Banorn
There
that you
we go.
step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you. I have
Subtitles
arranged
for
a-
anti-blitz.
a solution.
Solution.
With your leave.
Wait, can
The
someone...
Antivan Crows send their regards.
I forgot this. Can someone set the game
Against
category
Grey
to
Wardens,
Dragon
we
Age
will need the
Origins?
very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
One of my mods.
Just get it done.
Ooh, okay. No wonder I was sus of him. We saw this cutscene before we met him? Thank you, Keens.
Oh, thank the Maker. We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us.
Please.
I'll take you to them.
Yeah, it did. First try. I like their armor. Wait, what the hell? Oh, is the controller? Wait, why is that like bloody? Why are they running like that?
The Grey Warden dies here.
Oh, what? I rather thought I would
Oh,
wake
it's
up
special
dead,
Dragon Age.
or not wake up at
I don't
all.
even know what that was.
Maybe.
Could not
But I
comprehend.
see you haven't killed me yet.
Oh, look at Wynn's armor.
So I'm to be interrogated. Let me save you some time.
Okay.
My name is Zevran. Zev to my friend. I am a
Zev.
member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly.
Cheeky bastard.
So would I be. in
I'm
your
rather
shoes.
happy
For
you
me,
failed.
However, it sets a rather poor precedent, doesn't it? Getting captured by a target seems a tad detrimental to one's budding assassin career.
He's so funny. Too bad for you
Yes,
then.
it's true. Too bad for me.
I know, he just keeps laying there.
I can tell you that. They are an order of assassins out of Antiva. Very powerful and renowned
The
for
blood?
always getting the job done, so to speak. Someone went to great expense to hire this man.
Quite right.
Hi,
I'm
Brave.
surprised you haven't heard much of the Crows out here.
Thank you so much
Back
for
where I
saying
come from, we're
hi.
rather infamous.
Not for being good assassins, I see.
Aye. Is that what you Fereldans do? Mock your prisoners? Such cruelty.
Oh, right,
A
Val.
rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Logain, I think his name was. Yes, that's it.
Does that mean you're loyal to Logain?
I have no idea what his issues are with you. The usual, I imagine. You threaten his power, yes? Beyond that, no, I am not loyal to him. I was contracted to perform a service.
And now that you've failed
well,
that
that's
service?
between Logain and the Crows, and between the Crows and myself.
And between you and me?
Isn't that what we're establishing now?
How much were you paid?
I wasn't paid anything. The Crows, however, were
I
paid quite
miss
handsomely,
having
or
to,
so I
like,
understand.
Say all the stuff out loud. It was so fun role-playing wise.
Being an Antivan Crow isn't for the ambitious.
Hey,
to
Frost
be
Dragon,
perfectly
have fun.
honest.
We might play some Witcher after this. So,
Well, aside from a distinct lack of ambition, I suppose it's because I wasn't given much of a choice. The Crows bought me young. That was a
Bought
bargain,
me
too, or so I'm
young?
led to believe. But don't let my sad story influence you. The Crows
he's
aren't
still
so bad.
laying there.
They keep one well supplied. Wine, women, men, whatever you happen to fancy.
Bye, King.
Though the whole severance package is garbage, let me tell you. If you're considering joining, I'd really think twice about it. You seem like a bright lad.
Hey, Gazebo.
I'm sure you've other options. I wasn't. If I had succeeded, I would have returned home and the crows would have informed your Logain of the results.
Your
You
Logain.
didn't already know. If I had failed, I would be dead. Or I should be, at least as far as the crows are concerned. No need to see Logain then.
If you had
What can I
failed.
say, huh? I am an eternal optimist. Although the
Draw
chances
me
of
like
succeeding
one
at
of
this
your
point
French
seem a bit
girls.
slim, don't they? No, I don't suppose you'd find that
Who's the
funny.
voice actor?
Why not? I wasn't paid for silence.
Love
Not
the
that I
new
offered
hair.
it for sale, precisely.
Malice, you were so sweet. Thank you for the
Loyalty
9 month
is an
stream,
interesting
baby.
concept. If you wish,
Stream
and you're done
baby!
interrogating me, we can discuss it further.
I'm listening.
Well,
Make it
here's
quick.
the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the crows will. Thing is, I like
Y'all
living.
think that for
And you
Dragon Age
obviously are the
4
sort
we'll
to
see
give the
some
crows
more
paws,
crows
so
and
let me
even
serve you
crows?
instead.
I think I would choose that origin
I
story
happen
for
to be a
sure if
very
there's like
loyal
an
person.
origin.
Up until the point where someone
you can
expects me
choose.
to die for failing, that's not a fault.
John Curry,
is it?
okay.
I mean,
Hi, Simmer.
unless you're
Hi,
the sort who
Sparrow.
would do the
Thank
same
you.
thing, in which case I don't come very well recommended, I suppose.
I accept your offer.
A fine plan. But I would examine your food and drink far more closely from now on, were I you.
So if you
That's
kill
excellent advice for
him,
anyone.
does he not show up in
Welcome,
Dragon Age
Zevran.
2?
Having an Antivan crow join us sounds like a fine plan.
Oh, you are another companion to be
Thanks. I'm
then?
great.
Wasn't
How are
aware Such
you?
loveliness
Hi,
existed
Lord.
amongst
Stannies.
adventurers, surely.
Or maybe not.
I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from
Yeah,
it.
pineapple.
I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
I am your man without reservation. Wait, this is a great
Here I am.
romance.
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Oh, I miss the dog barking.
The
He
crows
doesn't
would
show
have you
up.
believe that it is an involved process that takes years of training. The sort that tests both your resolve and your endurance. Survive that process and maybe, just maybe, you're good enough to start being considered one of them.
Right,
But quite
right.
frankly, the truth is that all it requires is the desire to kill people for a living.
His armor and his
Surprising
sword
how well one can do in such a field.
is sparkling and smoking.
Within the crows, I did. But it has been something the crows have devoted a great deal of time to perfecting. An assassin simply specializes in striking from stealth, and in maximizing that first attack to be as lethal as possible. Debilitate your foe, either by poison or by crippling their limbs, makes any follow-up combat you need to engage in that much simpler.
That sounds like it could be
Getting paid for the act is
useful.
beside the point. An assassin is more a tactical choice than a lifestyle. Of course, the crows like to pretend that their abilities are trade secrets, shrouded in shadows and wrapped in a blanket of mystery.
He is not loyal to
So
them.
let's just keep this between you and me, shall we?
Zevran
Here I am.
approves.
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead. Well now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin, after all, is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way.
I'm a sucker
So,
for
if that
any
choice
kind of
presents itself,
assassin
should I
story
not
in
seize upon it?
fantasy. So you're simply bored.
To be truthful, I didn't even know the crows existed when I joined them. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end.
That's
The crows
sad.
buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. And if you do poorly in your training, you die.
So you had a hard
course,
life.
you
Big
compete
deal.
against your fellow assassins, and those who survive are rightfully proud of it. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. Gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage.
Yeah,
Pretty,
just kidding. I
but
don't want to be in the
confining.
crows. I don't want to play that in Dragon Age 4. I think there's going to be like a water
many
option. I think there's going to
fancy
be
things
like
that are
an
beautiful.
assassin and
things that are strong.
Teven.
I fancy things that are dangerous and exciting. Would you be offended if I said I fancied you?
Already? Not at all.
This is good
But
to
I'm a
As for
man.
what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
Oh, it's so sweet. I'm happy to. Oh,
Eventually can be a very, very long time if one plays one's cards right. Come now. enough
dude, you
chit-chat.
just tried to kill me,
Talking about the
right?
crows,
Hi,
summons them, you
Sapphic.
know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so. All right, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so. And why not? There are many things to enjoy about being a crow in Antiva. You're respected, you're
I'm
feared.
muted?
The authorities go out of
Me?
their way to overlook your trespasses. Even the rewards are nothing to turn your nose up at. As for the killing part,
You can't
well,
hear me?
some people simply need assassinating. Or do you disagree?
Oh,
I often find myself
Okay.
the instrument of fate, ending these lives for one necessity or another. I console myself with the notion that most of them had it coming. As far as enjoying the act of killing itself, why not? There is a certain artistry to the deed, the pleasure of sinking your blade into their flesh and knowing that their life is in your hands.
I enjoy violence
There are
myself.
many things I did not enjoy about being a crow, of course. Having no choice, being treated as an expendable commodity, the rules.
Oh, I
so
thought he
many
was
rules.
great.
But simply
I
being an
love
assassin,
the male
I
inquisitor.
like it just fine.
He's
I will continue to do it
cheeky.
if I can, even if I am not a crow. Honestly, could you picture me doing something else?
Handsome elf like you, I can think of a few things.
I mean professionally. Or maybe you mean professionally as well.
I mean,
Perhaps
yeah.
you intend to peddle my services to bored Ferelden noblewomen. It is an interesting thought, but I've always removed my clothes strictly on an amateur basis. A talented amateur, of course, but an amateur nonetheless.
I love how cocky
Of course,
he
all these
is.
thoughts are mine. Chances are still good that you and
Mara!
I will perish.
Has it
by
been
dark
8
storm or
months
slain by the
already?
crows at some point. Very
Oh,
gruesomely, I
thank you
imagine.
for the 8
But
months.
it is pleasant enough to chat about.
Thank you, thank
Come,
you.
Let's move on while our boots still have some wear in them.
+6. Oh, shit.
All right.
Oh my
but
God,
I
they're
get
just
stare
getting
at you
straight to the
luridly while
point.
You do so. My adventures? I'm hardly an old man just returned from across the ocean, am I? Should I shake my fist at nearby children while I talk about the good old days?
Oh, Malice,
Falling down a flight
that's so
of stairs
sweet.
is an adventure. Falling into someone's bed, also an adventure.
Oh.
I am assuming what you're looking for are professional anecdotes. Let's see. My second mission ever for the Crows was a bit intriguing. I was sent to kill a mage who had been meddling in politics.
The crows were willing to
In
anger the
Antiva,
circle of
nobody is too
magi.
important to escape the reach of the Crows. They've killed kings and
Even to
queens,
hear how
that is
different
simply
his
how it
voice is from
As it turned
the
out, the
male
mage in
inquisitor is
question was quite a
crazy.
delightful young woman. Long,
Very
divine, yes,
talented.
as I recall. I caught her in a carriage on her way to escape to the provinces. After I killed her guard, she got down on her hands and knees and begged for her life. Rather aptly, I might add. So I joined her in the carriage for the night and left the next morning.
I don't remember this.
Well, yes, twice, actually. Then she decided to try and use me instead. The woman had actually
Oh my
convinced
God.
me to speak to the crows on her behalf. What can I say? I was young and foolish at the time. Then, as I was kissing her goodbye to return to Antiva City, she slipped on the threshold and fell backwards out of the carriage. Broke her neck. Shame, really, but at least it happened quickly.
So you didn't actually kill her.
Not actually, no. I was a bit unimpressed by the development at first.
He's
Then
such
I
an
found out that she had
interesting
told the driver
character.
to take her to Janellen instead. She had planned to lose me in the provinces. I would have looked very foolish to the crows. As it was, my master was very impressed that I had done such a fine job of making it look like an accident. The circle of magi was
Oh.
unaware of foul play, and everyone was happier all around.
You
Like being spared by a benevolent mark who then helps me escape from the crows? Yes, it does seem to happen now and again, doesn't it? It was after that when I learned that one needn't let a pretty face go to your head. Professionalism was key.
It's kind of like Geralt.
That's my moral of the day, you see.
Geralt is very like, it's all about the job, the
Well, there is
profession.
you. But I'll point
The
out that you did have
code.
to capture me and tie me up first. Every rule has its exception. Now that I've mentioned tying me up in that context, do we have extra rope?
Zev!
All right, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so. Again, well now, what might interest you?
I don't think I did this
Shall I
much.
describe the stages involved with lanthrax poisoning? I watched a man go through all 7 once.
If you like, certainly. That sounds like
You
fun.
have rather macabre tastes, I see. I like that.
He's so chaotic.
How about the largest battle I ever took part in? That would have been the slaughter of Prince Azrin. Did you hear of that down in these parts? Me?
You
Not
killed a
personally, but
prince?
I did take part in the attack. Prince Azrin was 4th in line to the throne, you see. He started off as 11th, but worked his way up the old-fashioned method by inheriting control of an entire Crocel from his grandfather. After assassinating his way through the royal family, the king hired 3 other cells to take down Prince Azrin
Oh my
once and for all.
god.
I was in one of those cells.
I don't remember any of this.
Antivan royalty is very much bound up in
And
the
there are
crows.
probably
You
people who
wouldn't
just
want it
like
run by a bunch of
bulldoze through the
commoners
game and
after all,
don't
would
talk
you?
to their
This
companions.
means they get involved in politics quite often. This particular fight nearly bankrupted the nation, I understand. It almost ended up putting a crow
Ooh,
on the
Triss.
throne.
Thank you for the
Commoner.
one
But
bit.
that's a whole different story. I played a very small part.
A crow on the throne? I don't think
Antifa
that
might
would
seem a
be
bit
good.
odd in
Hi,
that way to
Dylan.
outsiders. We take it
I
in stride,
couldn't,
however.
Mint couldn't even
Assassins are
marry
simply part of the landscape, so to speak.
Alistair.
My part in the entire battle was taken up trying to reach Princess Verina, who had thrown in with her brother. I killed about 11 of her guards personally before I got knocked out of a window. I landed in the river and nearly drowned. I was fished out by some urchins who robbed me blind. Made off with my boots, too. At least they didn't cut my throat. And that was my part in history.
And that was my part in
It's
history.
true. I live a charmed life. One of the prostitutes that raised me was a fortune teller. Said I wouldn't die young. She was rather startled by that. But there you go. Tale told. Let's be off before I tell more embarrassing stories, huh?
Oh, Zev, we love you.
All right. But I get to stare at you luridly while you do so. Well, the only one that's really worth telling.
Does he
is the
show up
story of the
in
mission
any,
right before I came to Ferelden.
Books or anything like
But
that?
no, I would rather not. I shouldn't have said anything.
Huh?
Thank you. Perhaps another day, huh?
Oh.
All right, but I get to stare at you luridly.
Literally,
while
are you
do
gonna ask about it again?
so. Oh, you wish to know about
Okay.
Antifa, do you? The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go
That was like how many times I
It's a
asked
warm
Cassandra
place,
about
not
her
cold and
brother.
harsh like
Just
this
over
Ferelden.
and over and
In
over.
Antifa, it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom. Or so the saying goes. Every land has its assassins. Some are simply more open about their business than others. I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace.
We're gonna go there
Glittering
maybe for
gems,
Dragon Age
sand,
4!
Antiva city.
Dragon
from
Age
someplace
4!
comfortable.
Oh, Evie, thank you. Hi, that frog girl. I'm doing well.
Oh,
How are you?
I have never seen that place. I am sure it has its charms and its dogs. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the
Oh,
lilo flutes
I'm
of
a
the
dark-haired
minstrels,
beauty now.
I miss the leather the most.
What? Is that some kind of euphemism?
I mean the smell. For years,
Wasn't
I
it like
lived in
we
a
had to
tiny
give
apartment near
her
Antiva City's
Varric's
leather
fan
making
fiction?
district, in a building where the crows stored
And
their
then she
youngest
told us
recruits.
about her brother. Just give
I
your
grew
girl
accustomed to
smut
this
and
much,
she'll
even though the
open up
humans
to you.
complained
That's
of it
the essence of that.
To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home more than anything else.
What's Nevara?
Oh, not so long, I know. It is my first time away from Antiva, however, and the thought of never returning makes me think of it constantly. Before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in the store window.
Oh
Finest
yeah, that'd be
Antivan
really cool.
leather, perfect craftsmanship. Ah, but I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no?
The day that Caleb gets me a smut book, I'll know he understands. Have fun with your errands.
True, and it's a comforting thought. One simply never knows what
Evie,
is to come next.
thanks for saying
How could
hi.
I have suspected I would end up defeated by a handsome Grey Warden? A man who then spares my life? I could not. Quite right you are. I see the Grey Wardens do not recruit fools. Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal.
Oh, you're besties now. Are you gonna discuss?
All right,
Okay.
But I get to stare at you luridly while you do so.
Hey Temu, how you doing? Oh,
Oh, I certainly could, but I won't. I swore to the crows that the things they taught me were to remain
thank
a
you. I
secret.
like it too.
Well, yes, they are already angry at me. I'd rather not push things, you see. If you are truly insistent, well, let me think about it. The crows are already angry at me, yes. Who knows?
Oh, right.
I've a
I can't wait to
question.
replay all these games.
Well, here's the thing. I swore an oath to serve you, yes? And I understand the quest you're on, and this is all very fine and well. My question pertains to what you intend to do with me once this business is over with, as a point of curiosity.
Oh. Is this after I
Of course it is
ravish
afterwards.
you?
The ravishing part is a given. One
It's
simply
she's very
assumes that
curious,
once
Bree.
your Grey
She
Warden business is
she's been like
finished, you would have no
putting
need
it
of an
around.
assassin to
They're
follow you
warming up
about.
to each other for
Am
sure.
I wrong?
She's sleeping right now. Thank you, Bree. Got Yuna the funniest toy ever.
I'm sure I could come up with a few more if pressed. It is good to know what my options might be, but that is for another time. For now, we have much to do, yes?
Plus 14.
All right, but I get to stay. Oh, this should be good. What would you like to discuss?
Care to join me in my tent? Make sure your grandma's not
Intrigued
listening,
by
Bree.
tight leather clothing.
Oh, are you attracted to other
I
men?
grew up amongst Antivan whores.
Hi,
men and
Univex.
women both.
Good to
My
see
introduction to
you.
the subject of sex was, shall we say, rather practical. My only rule regarding sex is that it be done well. It's a certain open-mindedness
He's definitely
that
a
the
fire
crows seek in
sign.
their recruits, for very good reasons.
No, it didn't, Bree. There wasn't. Yeah, there
I
wasn't
thought you
anything
might
like
think
that
so.
in there.
You seem to have an open mind yourself, no? Enough talk of the past. As my tutor used to say, keep your eyes to the rear in the ambush and the bedchamber, and not otherwise. Words to live by.
Words to live by.
All right.
I like his
but I get to
thinking.
stare at you luridly while you do so. You ask me now?
Dalish.
Now that you have helped werewolves slaughter an entire clan.
Oh, what did you do, dude? You let the werewolves? Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
Had they been stronger, they would have survived. It is
Oh my
simply that.
god.
Still, it seems rather ghoulish to ask me so casually for an opinion while their corpses grow cold.
Bro, why did you do that?
Since you ask so nicely, I will tell you. I know little enough of the Dalish other than the fact that my mother was one, or so I was told. She had fallen in love with an elven woodcutter and accompanied him back to the city, leaving her clan behind for good. And there, of course, the woodcutter died of some filthy disease, and my mother was forced into prostitution to pay off his
Oh.
debts. All is tale in the book. How should I know? My mother was a whore, as you'll recall. None of the other elder
Now back
boys
to
in
his
the
regular
whorehouse
voice
knew
lines.
their
Hey,
fathers.
voices.
I was not so unusual.
Hi,
I
Bree.
didn't know my mother either, of course. She died giving birth to me.
No.
My first victim, as it were.
No.
We were all raised communally by the whores. It was a happy enough existence, ignoring the occasional beating. Until eventually I was sold to the crows. I brought a good price, so I hear.
My first victim? That's so
It could have been
sad.
much worse. Shall I tell you about what happened to the other whorehouse boys who did not fetch a decent price with the crows?
No.
Surely your life has not been so idyllic. People like you and I are not the product of happy lives of contentment, after all. My original point is that my mother's Dalish
I can't
nature
tell what
was
this guy
always
is. Is
point
he a
of
warrior?
fascination for me. Through all
Hi,
the years of my crow
Color.
training,
Enjoy
the
yourself.
one thing of my mother's that I possessed was a pair of gloves. They were of Dalish make, I knew that much, and beautiful. I had to keep them hidden, of course, as we were not allowed such things. Eventually, they were discovered, and I never saw them
Yeah,
again.
warrior. How do you feel about the
I
Dalish in
don't feel
general?
anything about them. Oh, we heard about them in the city, even deep in Antiva. I even had the notion once to run off and join them. Naturally, the reality did not live up at all to the fantasies I had
Nudist,
constructed as a
hi.
boy, staring at those gloves. But such is life. Come, enough talk of the Dalish. Let us move on.
You gonna give him? Oh, you're giving.
Gloves? You're giving me gloves? What for?
They're dealer's gloves like your mother's.
Maker's breath. You're right. It is like my mother's. The leather was less thick and it had more embroidery, but these are very close and quite handsome. Do I seem surprised? Perhaps I am.
I love
Still, I
that.
appreciate the fact that you even thought of me. No one has simply given me a gift before. Thank you. Oh, is there something in your tent that needs assassinating?
Oh,
That is my specialty, or so I'm told.
I bet you're good at a lot of things. I want to talk to you in private.
That's quite an offer, especially coming from another man. If we are both speaking of the same thing.
That was really fun, Simmer. Especially like the gifts were so thoughtful
On
in
the odd
this.
occasion, yes.
Da 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 da. Oh my god. No, don't look at me! Don't look at me, don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm shy. I'm shy. Oh. Achievement unlocked. Easy lover. Oh,
I knew this would happen eventually.
the
I should
music
have
is
warned
what
you
makes
right
it
from the moment
so
you refused
funny.
To kill me. It was inevitable.
Easy. On Saturday evening. Well, it's Saturday afternoon
They
for
used to
me,
issue
so.
warnings about me at the Antivan border. Ah, the good old days.
Oh.
So then, as the priestess so famously said to the handsome actor, what now?
How do I know this isn't
This
part
is
of your
true.
plan?
Seducing the assassination target is a sound
I'm
tactical
such a
trick.
sucker for this
Do
kind
you
of
know
stuff,
poisons
though.
that I
Enemies
can
to
ingest which would be harmless
lovers.
to me and yet be already killing you as we speak? As am I. It is a very serious business.
He
Allow me
doesn't
to say
trust
this.
him.
I am no longer in the business of attempting to kill you. Not only would it gain me little at this point, it also happens to be incredibly hard. But even so, is it not a little late for such suspicions?
Yeah, why would
The
he
die
do
is
that?
cast, so to speak. And cast rather well, I might add.
Yeah, it's too late.
Allow me to make it simple for you, my Grey Warden. What comes next is entirely up to you. I was raised to take my pleasures where they could be found, for they do not come very often.
Aww.
I shall ask nothing more of you than you are willing to give.
Aww, easy come, easy go. And what about love?
I must admit, we have come very far from those early days when I tried to kill you and you decided not to kill me. Fate is such a tricky whore, isn't she? At any rate, we should be on our way.
I love
A
how
new
the
day
different
awaits us.
relationships
Or so
progress.
the
Like,
rumor
for
goes.
example, his is physical at first, and then I assume it gets more romantic.
That
Oh,
smell.
leather, because he loves
This is
the
uneven leather,
smell.
isn't it?
And
I would know that
Alistair was
anywhere.
a virgin,
I
and
don't
so
know
it
how
was
you
like
found
a
it,
lot
but
of
thank you.
cuteness and like a lot of flirting and trusting each
Now, if
other,
only you
and
could find me a
then like the
prostitute or
physical
two.
stuff.
A bowl of fish chowder and a corrupt politician. I'd really feel like I was home. And the feet as well. Marvelous. You wish to talk? Ah, good. I have a question for you. You and Liliana are quite close,
Oh,
are you not?
What are you
I'm
doing?
curious as to the nature of your relationship.
This is literally what I did, though. I was flirting with Liliana and Morgan
Jealous?
and Alistair.
I know. But one does not need to be jealous to be leery of rushing headlong into complicated situations. You and I have had our fun, but I know how it is with men and their women.
Oh.
If you are serious about this Liliana, we need pursue this thing of ours no further.
Oh,
And I have no burning need to do so, but this is not so simple a matter.
and I.
make no
Ooh,
claims upon you, nor would I dream of such. You are free to pursue your fancies as you desire, and I would have it no other way. I suspect Liliana, however, would not feel the same way.
good boy, Zev.
If there is to be something between you and I, to string her along would only hurt
Yes.
her deeply.
See, that's the thing
must
about
know this
true,
is so.
like, polyamorous people that get it. He's more
Then only one
promiscuous,
path
but
lies
he
before us,
has
no?
respect. He values respect and communication, honesty.
And glad I am to hear it. You will
And
need
it's
to be
great.
the one to tell Liliana, however. Now then, shall we move on to more pleasant topics? How about poetry, hmm?
Yeah, Alistair was
Well, trust me
grumpy
then.
about
You won't be hearing
Liliana
it now.
and Morgan.
It was recited to me, as I recall, by a rather wealthy target of mine.
Bacon, shut up.
The symphony I see in thee, it whispers songs to me. Songs of hot breath upon my neck. Songs of soft grants by my head. Songs of hands on muscled back. Songs of thee come to my bed.
What is that? Sex poetry?
So she claimed. She was trying to seduce me, you see, and somehow she thought that this would actually convince me to spare her. I had sex with her anyway, but that goes without saying. She still had to die. The poem was amusing at the time, however, and
Oh my god.
thus I've always remembered it. Now that is a thought, isn't it? Would it work? I'll have to keep that in mind. Personally, my preferred methods of seduction are a bit more tactile. Here I thought you might be cheered up by some naughty poetry.
I mean, it
This
cheered
would
me
look
up.
so grim. Such an unflattering expression for such a handsome face.
You think I'm handsome? Of course he does.
Ah, who wouldn't? Burn me in the chantry
Oh.
if you must, but you're a man to stoke the lust in women and other men alike.
Oh,
Surely
he
you
knows how to
noticed
make
you're
it feel
playing with me.
special.
Me, I tend to make the best of whatever situation I find myself in, stealing what moments I can. It's served me well most days. You might learn to do the same.
Okay. Thanks for the patronizing
I learn something new
suggestion.
about you every day. Enough poetry, I think. The time
It's
has come
Bark
for
Spot. He
travel,
never
murdering
shuts
of villains, and
up.
whatever else
Noel.
passes for adventuring these days.
Yeah, mine was named
Again? I'm game.
Bacon. Bacon.
You call,
You call?
and I respond in poetry? No? How sad. Yes, I suppose
Remember
it
the
is time.
5 minutes I
You've
got
been a good friend to me after all.
where
There is no
Solus
reason to be
said,
silent. There is a reason I
Venon
accepted this
and my
mission in
heart?
Ferelden, far away from home.
Just like
And
the
it had nothing to
blip
do
in
with
time that
any
I got
thought
that.
might lead the crows. Meeting you, after all, was quite an accident. My last mission before this one
Okay, so this is
did
what he
not
was
end
hiding.
well.
I want to watch Anders's romance. That was a moment, a good blip in
I do
time.
not know. A little of both, perhaps.
I
You
love
must
the name
realize that
Atlas.
Until that day, I was cocky and arrogant. I was the best crow in Antiva, I believed, and I bragged of my conquests often, both as an assassin and lover.
You were more cocky and arrogant?
Indeed. I was often told I was insufferable, right before I ended up in bed with someone. such
I
as
like that he
was.
didn't really
One of the
change
Crowmasters
that
declared
much.
that
Like,
boasting.
he's still
My bid for
cocky,
an
but
incredibly
he
difficult mark
definitely
was
has grown as a
accepted,
person.
Much to my surprise. A wealthy merchant with many guards and completely silent. Taliesin agreed to be part of my team, as well as an elven lass named Rina. She was a marvel, tough, smooth, wicked, eyes that gleamed like justice. Everything I thought I desired.
Uh-oh.
Rina was special. I had closed off my heart, I thought. But she touched something within me.
Uh-oh. I think I remember this, actually.
When Taliesin revealed to me that Rina had accepted a bribe from the merchant, told him of our plan, I readily agreed that she needed to pay the price and allowed Taliesin to kill her. Rina begged me not to. On her knees, with tears in her eyes, she told me that she loved me and had not betrayed us. I laughed in her face and said that even if it were true, I didn't care. I convinced myself it was. Taliesin cut her throat, and I watched her bleed as she stared up at me. I spat on her for betraying the crows. When Taliesin and I finally assassinated the merchant, we found the true source of his information. Rina had not betrayed us, after all.
No. You had no... Oh.
Wanted to tell the crows what we had done, our mistake. Taliesin convinced me not to.
Taliesin.
He said it would be a foolish waste. So we reported that Rina had died in the attempt. We needn't have bothered. The crows knew what we had done. The master who
They are
disliked me told me
merciless.
so to my face. He said the crows knew, and they didn't care. And one day, my turn would come. I felt empty. I felt as if I was nothing. I felt as if she had been nothing.
How do you come back
You
from
once
that?
asked why I wanted to leave the crows. In truth, what I wanted was to die. What better way than to throw myself at one of the fabled Grey Wardens? And then, this happened. And here I am. It feels good to speak of it to someone. I swore I never would. Whatever it is I sought by leaving Antiva, I think I have found it. I owe you a great deal. Let us return to your mission, shall we? Suddenly, I do not feel like standing about.
Oh my god.
So we shall call
Leliana
her
disapproves negative
something else in
15.
mind.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, and now you've
Oh.
piqued my interest.
Oh.
It would surely be rude of me to decline such a delicious offer. And what about you, Zev?
Oh.
Show me. For old time's sake.
Oh, Isabella, you and your ridiculous appetites.
Oh my
Perhaps we should leave it up to our friend here.
Ah, this brings back memories. Come, my ship is down by the docks, and I am sure you will find my cabins quite comfortable.
Oh.
Well,
We
that
don't get to
brings back
see?
memories, doesn't it, Zev?
I just casually walk back out, like...
For you, maybe. I still remember the time your husband tried to kill me. I had to flee across the rooftops completely unclothed.
All spicy
Ah,
stuff
yes.
is on the table.
Those
D.
pleasant memories.
Oh, I love
Now, wasn't it
Isabella in
something you wanted
Dragon
from
Age
me?
2 so much better.
I love
Squirrel! Thank you for the 2 months!
So, you have heard the rumor, yes? The future prince consort has a lover. Handsome fellow, too.
Prince
Such a
consort?
scandal. It's true. They never share their husbands willingly. So selfish. I know how
I
things
love
are.
him.
I
Bye,
shall make it
King.
easy for
Hi,
you.
Tess. Hi,
What we
Suki.
have, if it can no longer be, then it can no longer be.
Wait, why?
Oh? I must admit, I do love a good
Wait.
royal scandal.
Oh,
Let us continue on.
he's
We
married.
can always discuss this more later.
He married Honora? Why? Oh.
Provided one of us is not eaten by a dragon. And if so...
But why
problem
did
solved.
he do that if he romanced Zev?
So, we head into the city to face the archdemon together, do we? Just as it should be. If this should be the last we speak, I want you to know, assassinating you was the luckiest thing that could have happened to me. Ah, cruel to the end. This is why I adore you so.
Oh. So, kind of like if I had made Alistair king, I could have been the mistress. So Zev is the mistress in this case. That's cute. He's like, okay, sure. Good job. Oh, wow. Mince was cooler. But do you romance Honora, or do you just like make a proposition? Like, does she know about Zev? Or does she know that they're not in love, or is he in love? Right, Simmer, because everyone was like, Harden, Alistair, Harden. I'm like, y'all are kinky. Like, let me just get to know the boy first. Just kidding. Political marriage. Okay. Cool. I didn't know if he was like two-timing her, not being honest.
I will be relieved when all this pomp and ceremony
Looking
is
good,
done.
Zev.
Such events are perfect opportunities for assassins, after all. I can't help but expect the crows to appear at any moment, which would be a welcome break, mind you. You see? This is why I like you. Always game for a little fun. You know, it does occur to me that staying in one place is only going to invite the crows to find me that much quicker.
Oh, no.
While fun, that might eventually get complicated. You said earlier that you are planning on remaining here. Is that true? And would you be in favor of my remaining with you? I've grown fond of you, you see. Sad, but true. Then let the crows
Yay!
bring it on.
Me,
I can
well,
mock
if
them
you
while crush their
insist.
skulls. And besides, I happen to like you. Crazy, isn't it? Well then, since I'm sticking around, I suppose we'll have plenty of time to speak
Yay!
later, yes? So go on and get paraded about. It's fun to watch. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on you and make sure no one gets a clear shot. Not without paying me a great deal of coin, anyhow.
Oh, so he went back to Antiva. You remain in my dreams, especially the naughty ones. Stop! You were so cute. I love it.
Wasn't expecting.
Yay! Dragon Age 2. Yes.
Isabella! If it isn't my favorite pirate wench.
Shouldn't you be dead by now?
I could say the same, my dear.
I love their
It seems we
relationship.
were both fortunate to find powerful friends, no? Tell me, is this one as adventurous as our dear warden?
Oh,
We could always ask.
oh.
No. As fun as that would be, I am committed elsewhere.
Oh my God.
For the warden.
How do you do? My name is Zevran Aranai,
Oh.
adventurer and occasional assassin. I must admit, I was waiting for an assault by the crows, not the mighty champion of Kirkwall.
I thought you'd be taller.
Ah,
God, male Hawk is so
a man
sexy.
named
He's
Nancio
so
has
hot.
asked you to capture a dangerous killer, yes? What did he say this time? That I killed his wife? butchered his parents, sold his children into slavery?
I love that they're still committed.
Or did
He looks like a
think he was
Teenage Mutant
lawman
Ninja
from
Turtle with that
Antigua,
armor.
charged with apprehending a ridiculously handsome fugitive?
He didn't mention how handsome.
Oh!
Ah, so you've noticed. I credit my high cheekbones and pouty lips.
Hi,
Bring me
Kartik.
to Nuncio if you wish, but I warn you, he surely intends to kill you. The crows do not like loose ends, unlike myself. But you are a man who can clearly handle himself.
This is gonna be me
yes?
as my new character
Why
with
worry?
Dragon Age 4. I'm gonna be
So,
flirting
you
with
can either tie
Solus.
me up, gag me, and then
Solus is gonna be committing genocide. I'm just gonna be like, hi.
I wonder.
I choose
You
manhandling.
know him best. What do you think?
I've had better.
I meant about letting him go or not.
Oh, right. I'd let him go.
I like your list of options, but does it have to be in that order?
Oh,
I knew you
Fenris.
couldn't resist my obvious charms. It's the accent, isn't it?
None of your tricks. You're coming with me.
Oh,
Ah, as you wish. Let us see what Nuncio has to say. I'll follow you whenever you're ready to leave, champion.
Ah, champion, you delivered. Just as I knew you would. It's a pity. The crows could really benefit from having you in their pocket. Alas, orders are orders.
hi.
I would say I told you so, but that would be so expected, no?
Boys, let's give the champion that much-deserved reward, shall we?
Oh, he
And we all
told you.
remain in one piece? Well, it is a good day then. I hope we learned a lesson, yes? You cannot trust a crow unless he is ridiculously handsome.
Oh my god, I love his
My dear
movements.
Isabella,
I need
it has
him
been
in
a
Dragon
delight
Age
to see you
4.
You travel in fine company.
That's it? You're leaving? What about sex?
Normally I would jump at the chance.
Oh my
but
God, I love
dear
her.
Warden may be a tad put out.
Oh, he's still flirty. He still has his personality, but
It's
he
been far too
respects
Perhaps we'll meet again.
his boys'
champion.
boundaries. Isabella's just like genuinely so confused. Like, what? No, you can't leave now. Right. Gifts instead. Yeah. Regardless, Zevran and I have our own battles to fight, and I can only offer my confidence that you have matters well in hand. Aww. I love that. Oh. That's like the first one where they're actually like sticking together and stuff. Even Alistair was like,
Lead as she.
what is this mod?
That smell. This is uneven leather.
What is this mod?
First job for the crows. At
Oh, here, yeah. I see something about an
yes?
earring.
the end, yes?
Oh my god, I can't even look
Ever
at
since
him
you
right now.
decided not to kill me. I suppose it would be possible for me to leave now if I wished. I could go far away, somewhere where the crows would never find me.
Hi,
I
Kurgle.
think, however, that I could also stay here. I made an oath to help you, after all, and saving the world seems a worthy task to see through to the end, yes? Then stay I shall. I am with you until the end. Provided you do not tire of me first. Or I die. Or you die. But there you go. Let us return to the task at hand, then. There is still much to be done, yes? Here. It seems an appropriate moment to give you this. I acquired it on my very first job for the Crows. A Raveni merchant prince, and he was wearing a single jeweled earring when I killed him. In fact, that's about all he was wearing. I thought it was beautiful and took it to mark the occasion. I've kept it since, and I'd like you to have it.
That's romantic.
Don't get the wrong idea about it. You killed Taliesin. As far as the Crows will be concerned, I died with him. That means I'm free, at least for now. Feel free
Adios,
to sell it or
Taliesin.
wear it, whatever you like. It's really the least I could give you in return.
I like his OG look
look,
so much better.
Just take it. It's meant a lot to me, but so has what you've done.
Oh, he was gonna
Please,
say, so have you.
You are a very frustrating woman to deal with. Do you know that? We pick up every other bit of treasure we come across.
I
but
like
not
her
this.
hair, though.
You don't want earring, you don't get earring. Very simple. I am yours.
Oh!
Again? I'm game. No. I mean, no offense. I simply... no.
What?
I do not wish to talk about it.
Huh?
Enough! I said I am not interested. Can you not understand that?
What is happening?
There are other things for you to focus on besides me, I am certain. Do those. I am yours.
What?
Again? I'm game. I thought that this might
Because
be
she didn't want the fucking
Are
earring?
you certain you wish to talk about this? I really do not know what to say.
This
Very
game
well.
has so many
An
different
assassin
options.
Must learn to forget about sentiment.
Oh.
It is dangerous. You take your pleasures where you can when life is good. To expect anything more would be reckless.
Oh,
I thought
he
it was the
loves
same between
her.
us. Something to enjoy, a pleasant diversion, and little more. And yet... I don't know. How would you know such a thing? I grew up amongst those who sold the illusion of love. And then I was trained to make my heart cold in favor of the kill. Everything I have been taught says what I feel is wrong. Yet, I cannot help it. Since you asked me into your tent, I have been nothing but confused. Do you understand me at all?
Well, no, I think
I
she just said,
still
like,
have
I
the
only
earring.
want it if it
I would
means
like to give
something,
it to
because
you
he wouldn't
as
admit
a
that he
token of
loved her.
affection.
Like, that it
Will you
meant
take it?
something, and now he's explaining himself. See?
Then that is enough for me.
That's
I am sorry
sweet.
for acting so strangely. I think I will be better now. Much better.
What chat, Chaotic? This conversation?
So, we
Or
head into the city
my
to
chat.
face the archdemon together, do we? Just as it should be. If this should be the last we speak, I want you to know, assassinating you was the luckiest thing that could have happened to me.
I love you. I hope you know that.
Yes, I know that.
Oh, say
I will
it
be
back.
relieved when all this pomp and ceremony is done. Such events are perfect opportunities for assassins, after all. I can't help but expect the crows to appear at any moment, which would be a welcome break, mind you. You see? This is why I like you. Always game for a little fun. You know, it does occur to me that staying in one place is only going to invite the crows to find me that much quicker.
Oh, I see, I see.
While fun, that might eventually get complicated. You said earlier that you were planning on returning to the Grey Warden fold soon. Is that true? Naturally. You caught me and now you're stuck with me, I'm afraid. Sad, I know, but we'll manage somehow. Well then, since I am sticking around, I suppose we'll have plenty of time to speak later, yes? So go on and get paraded about. It's fun to watch. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on you and make sure no one gets a clear shot. Not without paying me a great deal of coin, anyhow.
Aww. Zevran returned with Siona. Okay. 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 Chasing after Zevran. The pair engaged in a terrible showdown? Others say they took over the crows. That would be so cool.